Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Myself Malkari Santhosh. Hope everyone is following my videos on Java programs. I am getting good support from you guys. Thank you for that. And today I came up with one important concept in Java, which is recursion. And based on recursion, there are a lot of interview questions which were asked during the interviews for the automation testing. So let's get started with the recursion concept, and I will also provide few examples how to write the program if it is a recursive case. Okay, I have created a class called recursion. Let's try to understand what exactly the recursion is. So recursion in Java is a process in which a method calls itself continuously. So whenever the method calls the same method by itself continuously, then it is called a recursion as per the definition. And so whatever the method in Java that calls itself, it's called the recursive method. Okay. So this is the definition which we have, and let's take an example and understand it. So for that I am creating a method, okay, a basic static method in Java called as recursion method. I am naming it as recursion method. It can be any name. Now let's print the statement called print. Okay. Now in order to achieve the recursion, we need to call the method. Okay. Let's try to call the same method in the same method itself. Okay. I am calling the method inside the same method. Okay. So this is how we achieve the recursion. So recursion in Java is calling the process where method calls itself. So we are calling the same method by keeping the method name inside the method. Now we need to execute this method. So to execute, we need to execute in the main method because JVM picks main method as per our execution. So let's call our program. Okay. Now it should print the statement continuously unless we have stopped it. Okay, let's try to print the main method. Okay, so it has print and we got an error. So let's see what is the error we have got here. So it is saying we got an error, stack overflow error. So it is a memory error. Okay, so we are calling the method continuously, so we got a memory error here. Okay, we need to use this recursion concept whenever we are implementing certain task, like where there is a possibility of creating the method inside the method where we can achieve our implementation. Okay, so we can achieve recursion in Factorial. We can achieve recursion in Fibonacci. Okay, these are the examples which I will demonstrate now as per the recursion concept. But before that, let's try to keep a if condition and see whether we can stop this recursion method. So for that, I will create an instance first. Instance counter equal to 5. So I created a int variable with 5, and let's insert this 5, and let's create a argument which is the int argument, int counter. Okay, now I need to print only 5 times. For that I have created a counter. So let's create a condition like if counter is greater than 0, then only you print the statement, or else skip the method. Okay, we also need to give the counter in the recursion method as well. Okay, and we need to decrement the counter so that each time it will decrement the value and it will print the recursion method. Okay, now it will print the print statement for 5 times as we have given the counter. Let's print the counter also. Okay, so it start from 5 and it end till 1. Okay, now let's try to execute this program. Okay, so now the method has print only 5 times because we have given a counter of 5. So based on that, the recursion method has executed 5 times. Okay, so basically this is a recursive method. This is a recursive method, and the whole process which we are doing is a recursion. Okay. Now we need to implement these recursions with the following examples with factorial and Fibonacci. First of all, we will see how the recursion works for factorial. You all know what is a factorial, right? So to achieve factorial, if you take a number of 4, so the factorial of a 4 is 2 into 1, which is 4 to 12, 12 to 24. 24 should be our factorial of number 4. So before doing recursion, I will just do it in a normal way, how we will do the factorial of a number. So for that I need to take a number which I need to find out the recursion factorial of a number. Okay, so now I will take a for loop to iterate, starting from 1 I need to increment this value till the number, and I need to achieve the factorial. Okay, starting from 1, so I am using equal to number. Now we also need to sum up this number, so I am taking one more variable which is sum equal to 1, because we are using multiplication, so I am starting as 1, so sum equal to sum into I. Okay, now if I print this program which is factorial, I should get the factorial of a number. Let's try to print this program. Okay, you got 24, which is as expected. Now we need to implement these in recursion type. Okay, for that I am creating a method for recursion. Public static void factorial. So inside factorial we need to return the factorial of a number. Okay, so you all know the factorial of 0 is 1, right? For suppose if I have given an input as 0, it should return the factorial as 1. Okay, for that I am keeping a if condition first. So let's pass an argument which is number, and if number equal to 0, I will return as 1, as factorial of 0 is 1. Okay, so it is asking void type to int. Okay, let's change it. Now if it is 0, then it will return 1, else you need to return the n into n minus 1, right? Okay, so return number into, so instead of n minus 1 I am using factorial method here, so that I will use this factorial method to implement this. Okay, now it will return the factorial of a number. Now I need to print this statement here which is factorial of a certain number. So the number I want to implement is 5. Let's try to print this program. Okay, so we didn't got any output. Why? Oh, okay, 1 second. Oh, we haven't printed this factorial. Let me print this. run this program, it should get the factorial of 5, okay, which is 120. We got the output. Okay, so once you have provided the argument as 5, it will enter into the factorial and it will check whether the number is 0. No, it's not 0, so it will enter into a else loop. Okay, in else statement it will check the factorial again. Okay, the factorial will be 4 here again. Okay, so it will be 5 into 4. So the recursion will go on until the number is greater than 0. Okay, so once it is greater than 0 till 1, it will multiply the recursion of each element, then it will provide the output as 120. So this is how we can achieve the factorial of as a recursion. Now let's try to implement Fibonacci series. So as you are aware, Fibonacci series, so if you take any two numbers like 0 and 1, it should sum up with the both numbers and give the result as 1, and we need to sum up the second and third number to get the fourth number, which is 2, and the list goes on. Okay, so this is the Fibonacci series. So now we are using recursion to implement this Fibonacci. To use that, let me create few static variables first, so that it will be static all the time, like static int. I am taking first two numbers as 0, 1. Okay, and the sum number initially will be 0. Okay, and now I am taking the number, so till that series it will be printed as Fibonacci. So int number equal to 10. So I need a series of 10 Fibonacci series. Okay, so I am taking the number as 10. So we need to give this number to the Fibonacci method. So let's give this method. So I already created a method here. So let's try to insert this number. Okay, first of all we need to check whether the number is greater than 0. Then only we need to sum up the numbers. So for that I am using the if statement, which is number greater than 0. Okay, so we already created a static variables for n1, n2 and n3, right? So the reason we have created a static, because it will be static all the time when we are executing it. So the increment will take place as per the execution we are doing. Okay, no need to initialize every time. Okay, so now just add the two numbers like n1 and n2, which we have 0 and 1. Now we need to assign the n1 value to n2 to get the third number, and n2 value from n3 to get the fourth number. Okay, so once you got the n3 value, that will be assigned to n2, and the n2 value will be assigned to n1, so that for the next iteration it will sum up the next two values. Okay, so let me print the sum value every time. Once it is done, now we need to write the recursive method, which is Fibonacci method inside the Fibonacci. So to do that, we are using Fibonacci. This time we are not directly inserting the member, but we need to decrement the number by 1, because already we have got the n3 value for the first time. So for the next time we need to decrement the value. So for that I am using number minus 1, so that it will keep on decrementing the value till 0, and it will provide the Fibonacci series till the number which we have provided. Okay, let me print this program and let's see what is the output we are getting. Okay, so we got the factorial, which is factorial. So now we got the numbers of Fibonacci till 10. So we haven't got 0 and 1. Let me print that number here. Okay, so before that I will print this number here. This is n1 and n2. Okay, let me run this program. Okay, we got 0 and 1 also. So instead of printing in vertical, let me print in horizontal. So let me use print here, and I will change the print statement here as well. So this time I didn't get any space. Let me give some space every time when we print. Now let me run this program. Okay. So it should be print. So instead we can print both N1 and N2 in same place. Let me run this program. Okay, now we got the series of Fibonacci till 10. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we got this. But we got 12 series here because we are starting from 0 and 1. To get the exact 10 series, we need to decrement this number by removing 2 numbers from the 10, because we already achieved 2 numbers here. So we need to get the next 8 numbers. Okay, so we need till 34. Okay, if you got 55 and 89, that should be 12, right? But we need only 10 here. So let's print this program again to get only till 34. Okay, now we got 34 as 10. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got a series of 10 here. Now if you want to fetch the particular Fibonacci number, so I need the 7th Fibonacci number. Okay, let's say it is 8. Okay, or 8th Fibonacci number, which is 13th. So how will you get that? So let's write a recursion program. Let me create one more method here. Static void nth Fibonacci. Here we need to achieve the Fibonacci exact nth number. Okay, so for that I need to pass variable here, which is nth Fibonacci of certain number. I need the Fibonacci number. Okay, int number. So first we need to check whether, so if it is, the number is 0, then it should return 0, because if I want to identify the first number, which is 0th number, then the value should be 0 as per our Fibonacci series, right? So it is asking for the return type. Let me add the return type. Then for example, if the number is 1, okay, if the number is 1, or if the number is 2, it should be 1, right? Okay. So if you see the Fibonacci series, starting from 0, so if you pass 0 as number to retrieve the 0th Fibonacci series, it should return 0. If you pass the 1, then it should return the Fibonacci series as the 1. Okay, if you want the second number, which is also 1, but if you want to pick the second number, okay, as per the Fibonacci, it should print the 1 as well. But if you want the third, okay, which is 1 plus 1 is 2, so then it should read the Fibonacci series. Okay, for that I'm using if statement. Then we are using nth Fibonacci. So for the nth Fibonacci, we are using number minus 2 plus We need to return this statement. Now if you want this number to be print, so let's say for example I want the fifth number of the Fibonacci series. So let me print this. Okay, you got 5. So let me add a print statement here. Be nth Fibonacci. Nth Fibonacci is 5. Okay, because 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want the sixth number, that should be 8. Okay, let me print this. You should get 8. Okay, so if you give 0 or 1 or 2, so if it is 0, then it should print 0. If it is 1, it should print 1. If it is 2 also, it should print 1. Okay, because based on the Fibonacci series, this is our output. So if you give number as 2, it should print number 1 itself, because in the if statement we have given, even though if it is number 1 or 2, it should return 1. Okay, so here in the last case we are summing up the two numbers. So if it is number 3, okay, so it will first reduce two numbers, which is 1 and 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, and 3 minus 1 will be 2. Okay, now it will add the two numbers, which is 1 and 1, which is 2. Okay, likewise it will be recursive all the time until the number is equal to 0 or 1 or 2. Okay, so this is how we achieve recursion from Fibonacci series, and this is also the entire concept for recursion and the recursive methods. Hope you have liked this video and got some knowledge from recursion, and subscribe to my channel for further videos so that I can keep more efforts to do more videos. And let's meet in the next video. Till then, thank you. Goodbye.